Alright guys, welcome to match 6. This is our 2 top seeds, Nicholas versus Luke. Nicholas, of course, still playing turns. I'm going to call it because I can't remember the exact name.
Sure.
And Luke is playing Storm, so let's hope for a pretty interesting game.
Luke won the die roll. Do you want to show first? I'll close my
I will
eyes.
show first. There we go. See what we can do with it.
And you're good.
Alright, close your eyes.
The point.
Alright, I just closed my eyes after I moved my
Excellent.
hand again.
Can you keep them? Can you play with your eyes closed?
I can certainly try.
All right, I'll start us off.
Yep.
Let's say mine. I'll
Mhm.
fetch.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a Badlands. Somewhere in here.
Luke taking forever, like usual.
Find my woodland.
An Woodland. I also have a German Badlands, and I've pronounced it wrong every single time I've played it.
I'm proud of you.
I would like to eventually, once I become rich and famous, upgrade to FBB duels.
Yeah, homie.
You're the worst.
Devin's never going to talk to any of us again.
Never gonna come on the
I'm never
show
coming
again.
back.
That's the plan.
I'm gonna just start disliking all of your videos.
Wild and Tourney.
Devin, you just got to lean into
Oh wait,
it.
very small.
Sure,
Jewel Lotus.
sure.
Wow.
Or Jewel Dandy.
Oh, dude,
Not Jewel
it's
Lotus, that'd be
like
pretty.
so
Dude,
powerful.
Jewel
You can
Lotus
stack my
seems like
stats.
Past you.
Alright,
Lotus seems nutty in this deck.
It seems really nutty.
drawing off of the right is just painful. Alright, we're gonna play Windswept Teeth. We're gonna fetch out
Yeah,
a
it seems really
Savannah,
bad.
and we're gonna play an Arboro.
So Luke being on the play here and getting a pretty good start with what essentially is going to act like a mana dork the turn that he needs to go off, and also a rock is pretty big. Nicholas matching it a little bit with his own dork. Assuming the setup.
It's also a little awkward. Me and Luke both draw off of the left, which usually isn't a problem because very few people do. But we had to roll to see who got to sit on the side that draws on the left, and it is so awkward to be drawing from the right.
I will say the
I
series,
have the high ground.
the series of rolls to decide that was not as exciting as my last match. So
I think our last match was quite exciting. Well, besides game 1.
wasn't that the only game I won?
Okay, well that was
Yeah.
quite the draw for me.
That's not what I want to hear. Are you gonna kill me?
No. Fatal push.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
The man
wow.
fatal push.
very rude.
Go to combat.
What?
No!
What?
The 19 turn clock!
That's the turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. I am going to, let's see. I have more options.
But yes, I do play fatal push.
Yeah, so Luke gaining a bit more of an advantage on the tempo side of
Play
things.
a Tarn. Fetch.
Going to
What
remove
tarnation?
I'm gonna
Nicholas's.
go looking for an underground sea.
Also, now having the mana to put a charge together on that bad boy. I'm tapping on turn 3 with access to 4 mana. 5.
I'm also ahead in life.
That's true. You are also actually winning the game.
I don't think I've ever
Cut.
won the game with combat damage. You're kidding.
Like,
Just end it there. End it there. I've never.
In this deck, or
Alright, so
Ever.
that dork was important not to accelerate me, but so that I had an activation on this line sash.
Ah,
Go ahead.
that is quite the magic card.
Yeah.
I apparently never
Present
used it.
you with.
Is it-
Blue.
You have
Oh. The,
Yeah, I borrowed that eye
There.
there. When was that to?
There.
Arid Mesa.
5 mana. His opponent tapped out.
I feel like I'm dead.
Can't be a good position to beat Nicholas.
I suppose we will go ahead and fetch.
Haha, you are no longer winning.
We'll see about that.
Bolt me, I dare you.
So one thing I will say about this deck, the mana is quite greedy. Because it is technically a 5-color deck. 2 of those are more just splashes, but it is important to have them when you need them. Alright, I think we're going to get...
I like how hard we all would have lost to Blood Moon. There was...
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know.
Oh, let's be honest. We all were all kind of like, okay, there's no blood moons. How greedy.
Yeah. I don't even know like why, but it's just one of those like scenarios that your brain like plays through. And I like was on my way here and I was like, I know I put my deck in the bag, but what if I grabbed the wrong deck box? And I was like, what could I still build with my toolkit that like wouldn't have a terrible mana base because all of my lands are in this? And I was like, I could build Blue Moon pretty reasonably, and that would have been really good against the meta.
Yeah, I guess the
medium
the
red.
sweep.
Because we've already had medium red on here. That actually was the very first deck I thought of was medium red, and I was like, no, we've already had medium red, and I was like, well, I could build Blue Moon. Not that like I knew I'd put my the right box in the bag, but I was like, but what if I forgot it?
Oh.
You know what we should do one of these times? We should do like everyone plays mid range. But like you pick 2 colors and then someone else in the group picks your 3rd color.
Everyone's gonna pick blue black.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I would probably do blue green. That's a lie. I'd do blue red.
Blue green would still be pretty good.
I'd do blue red.
You do. Then someone just picks white, and you're stuck on Mardu mid range, which I mean is like.
Blue red.
Oh, why did I hear? Never mind.
You think I'm not picking blue?
Alright, your color's white.
Sure.
I would either pick blue, red, or green, black.
Okay. That might be the longest fetch of my
white.
life. Okay, so that is blue.
Alright, so Luke mentioning just a moment ago that his access to colors mana is pretty important, pretty relevant in the deck. He now has access to at least
Shimmer of Possibility.
Sure.
4 colors of mana naturally, as well as having a wild Cantor in play.
Fascinating. It does technically have to be randomized.
Oh,
Alright.
they're off the cut.
I'm gonna cut him.
How would you like to cut?
I would.
Wow.
He's counting cards.
I will say, while I am
I'm
very
stuck
sad
to my
about the
finger.
Arbor Elf biting the push, I would rather have been the elf than the lion.
Are you lying?
I am lion.
I'll go to combat.
Okay.
Wow, you could have foreseen this. Serum Magicians.
I feel like that was a pun. No.
Huh. Top. Bottom.
Yep.
It's always that last card. I will pass the turn. You'll move, Yogi boy.
Draw. Oh, baby. Alright. Arid Mesa.
I'll allow it.
I appreciate you allowing it. I will go to combat.
Yep.
I will attack.
No blocks.
Before damage, I'm gonna fetch.
So Nicholas is surely wanting to protect this line / this game, both for its very relevant ability to exile cards from Luke's graveyard, and also as a nice little beater to apply pressure.
Just scrub
It is, in fact, a beater.
It's like
Cut.
scavenging ooze, except
Nicholas, if you were a
Ouch.
land, you'd be a scrub land.
If you were a land, you'd be a bad land.
ooh.
Alright, before
Devin,
damage,
if you were land, you'd be
I'm going
drunk
to exile the Bloodstained Mire to throw a counter on here.
If I were a land, I would
So you'll
be
take 2. I'm
or like basic
leaving a white
forest.
up and passing it
No,
off to
You'd
you.
be Dryad. What's the one that is a 1/1?
Dryad Arbor.
Yeah, Dryad Army.
You mean
Nick, you can be an Arid Mesa.
Wait, did you pass?
Yeah.
All right. So Nick got in for a little bit of beats. Now we're back to Luke, who's still in a pretty nice setup position. Looked at a lot of cards off the top of his deck last year.
Yep. 15.
Is still attempting to race with his Wild Cantor.
The Lancer. Okay.
To be fair, he's winning.
Yeah, it's true. He is winning the race.
So you say you're 5 color.
You know,
We've seen 5 colors.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, Wild Cantor is technically green, I guess.
No,
I
we've
can't-
seen Veil of
yeah,
Summer.
Veil of Summer. That's what it was.
That'll do.
That'll do, people.
That will do. Alright. I know what I really want to top deck.
So Luke's starting to get into the tank. Probably trying to figure out if he's nearing that position.
I'm hoping this Lion Sash is making things awkward for him.
No reads on his facial expression at all.
do we take the funny line?
Is this you winning?
No.
Or is this you demonic tutoring for a
No.
bolt?
No, it's
Worse than both of those.
it is far worse than both of those.
That's good to hear. Is the funny line like play a trinket mage and keep racing?
You know what? We're here to have fun. We're gonna cast.
Wow.
Demir.
Oh! No, I'm gonna
Okay.
lose the race. He has an
Okay.
unblockable thread.
Go.
Okay.
Alright, instead I will exile the Arid Mesa. Get a second counter here. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I just
Okay, I was in the other room because I was gonna take a break. Did you just say you cast?
I
Demir?
cast a
You did.
Demir Infiltrator.
Yep.
I once did that and ninjutsu'd it back to my hand.
Swing for 3.
We have a plan here.
I think I'm gonna try to make sure that you don't have a plan here. Cast Grief. I am going Shields down on the Lion Sash, which is super awkward. I was hoping to rip a black card off the top.
Why would you do this?
Cast Grief, because I want to grief you.
That's a good grief.
I mean, I figure if you're casting your Demir Infiltrator, you're probably not close to going off anyway. Alright, show me your secrets. Interesting. Huh?
Maybe I should have just done it last turn.
Well,
It would have been for 8.
Interesting. I guess I take the tendrils because I'm actually in danger of losing this race if I don't. Alright, yeah, you're good to go.
All right. Well.
Grief does increase my clock by a decent amount.
Yeah. So Nicholas definitely not in a bad position on board. Knows about 2 out of the 3 cards in Luke's hand. Getting rid of that tendril is pretty relevant, considering the fact that racing with these unlikely creatures was not completely
Not completely
out of the
weird,
question.
yes. Yeah, because I mean, you like potentially do that for 4 this turn and bounce like my Lion Sash or something. That's not good for me.
based off the information that we gained the last turn, I'd say Luke is
This is odd.
missing a decent number of pieces to look
Didn't see that.
actually win.
I think I'm casting that anyway, but
I didn't see it, so I was scraping like dirt off of one of my cards.
gamble.
Gamble. Uh-oh.
Hey, I noticed you're
Okay.
foiling out this deck. Do you need a judge promo gamble?
I'm not foiling out this deck.
Okay, you're like kind of though. Do you need a judge foil gamble?
No.
Can I see the judge for them?
It's in that box over there. I don't want to get it.
It's in that box. It's just chilling in a box with
Alright.
a lane card.
Now I gotta
It's
like
in my
figure out what you get here.
this box.
Probably not what you think it is.
I mean, I don't even know what I think it is. I mean, I think it's like Bolt or something. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Even Bolt's awkward though, because you have to sacrifice the Cantor. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. Discard the ritual.
Excellent.
I feel like the Dark Rit is probably the best card for him to have to discard off of.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
card.
no, it definitely
It's
is.
definitely.
But I mean, I don't know. He could have tutored for like.
It could have
Basic
tutored for something he
forest.
wanted to pitch.
I don't think any
for
of
fun.
you are ever
I
going to
just
guess
cut you
what I
in, I'm
tutored
sorry.
for.
Okay. Am I good?
How do I want to do this though?
Wow,
Do you
that's pretty
like-
fancy. That judge symbol they use is kind of weird though. I'm interested in this.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well,
Yeah, I'll talk to you. I probably need to replace it with a regular gamble though.
Fairy.
Oh,
ooh.
okay.
I'm gonna bounce the line sesh.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
You want to bounce the grief?
Okay.
No.
This is like the weirdest mid-range deck I've ever played against.
Sure is, isn't it?
Now you have to make a decision.
So as long as Teferi's still on the board,
Attack you for 1.
I will not. Again, cannot block.
So weird.
this makes Luke's onboard position a little bit better. Did we use the charge counter on the jewel? Amulet.
Yes.
That's important. All right. Am I good?
This is a really weird game. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Interesting. Combat. Teferi. Chain of Vaporite, I dare you. Okay. Marsh Flats. Play out the line session again.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the turn. I don't actually know if attacking Teferi is correct there, for 2 reasons. The first one being that I'm not attacking him, which gives him more turns. But the second is that it puts another card in his graveyard, which like isn't especially relevant right now. But it does just, if he tries to combo at any point, just gives him more value, while the Teferi isn't really doing anything until it gets to 3 a game.
I'm assuming he wants to keep and potentially use any given one of the cards in his graveyard already. Teferi entering the graveyard now gives him exactly enough extra face to escape twice.
Assuming, I mean, I do have a land sesh, so
Right.
he has to deal with that first, which he has a Chain of Vapor, so.
Definitely seems like a pretty fine position for Nicholas to be in. Onboard pressure, line slash
I would
slash
say
threat.
so.
And Luke pretty close to top decking at this point. Or I guess
Yeah, Grief is very good in this deck. Grief plus like Recurring Nightmare or like Soul Herder or whatever is just
Thank you for one.
13.
Continuing the race.
We're getting there. Yes.
Right, and step I'll fetch.
Luke winning once again.
Okay. I'm going to get.
Yeah, you getting that tendrils is actually very good there.
Yeah.
Because I was like one turn away from actually just killing you.
Killing me. I'll just get Tundra. And then I'm going to exile Teferi.
Ooh.
And I will exile, I believe, just Gamble.
So you get one counter.
One
right?
counter.
Because it's only permanents.
Correct. Go to my turn.
Yes.
Untap. Draw. Interesting.
Nicholas.
That is intriguing.
Because currently representing an unbreak clock of
Go
3
to
turns.
combat.
Mm-hmm.
Attack.
For 5.
Yep. Play Yavimaya.
Luke gets a bunch of force.
I'm gonna run out of Venser.
Oh.
I will make a valiant attempt to cast it, targeting this Grief.
I don't have much of a choice here.
Yeah.
Can I see Venser?
Grief will go back to my hand.
Grief. Are you copying it?
I do not. I will not.
You sure?
You don't have to read Venser.
I'm unfamiliar with this, so if I
You are good to go.
Love Fencer.
Yeah, so Venser.
I had a very fun commander game once where on my turn 1, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's like land. I think I played a mana crypt and then I think it was a mana vault, and then a signet, and then played a Venser. Flickered the mana vault. Turn 2, I had the mana for Agent of Treachery.
No. That's brutal.
And this comes back at end of turn, right?
Yes.
When you flicker. Okay. Oh right. So it's tapped, and I'm putting a. I have 3 blue, 2 black. We'll put a black church counter on Tourney Amulet.
Yep.
Huh. I really don't like Lion Sash.
Pretty sure Lion Sash is the only card that was in my opening hand that I've cast this game. Oh, besides the Overelf.
Yeah, I don't really have. Attack you for 2.
Good on the 10.
Unmarked grave.
Sure. I'm interested to see what you're getting. guess if you get the thing that makes treasure, you can flash it back. We have quite the board state here.
How is this dinner infiltrator still alive?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't killed it.
The funny thing is, I think this game it was actually correct to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in case anyone's having trouble following, the big thing with the state of the game currently is
Lion
still
sucks.
Yep,
still Nicholas's lion sash is preventing Luke from being able to start or even really set up any of his combos that would interact with the graveyard because
It'll put Right of Flame in the graveyard.
Nicholas can
Intriguing.
interrupt them. So Luke using Unmarked Grave to literally search for a card to put in the graveyard while trying to play around Lion's Sash.
Okay, pass turn.
Alright, end step, I'll try to exile the tendrils.
Sure.
Okay, go to my turn.
Yep.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Keeping with tradition. Also, your land's tap for green in case you missed that.
Oh, what?
I have
He's
a
gonna,
yellow
yeah.
Maya.
Yeah.
Oh. Very helpful.
Alright. We're gonna run out the grief.
I'll
again.
respond.
Okay.
Trigger on the stack.
Yep.
And 2.
Okay.
I was just thinking about it, the comparison, because I kind of earlier jokingly said it's like Screws, except not Screws.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually crazy how much strictly better than Screws that is, with the exception of the fact that
Yeah, the life gain is very relevant.
yeah,
Like-
yeah,
Paradox Rachel.
Okay.
yeah. I guess not strictly.
You're hellbent?
I'm hellbent.
Alright. I'm here for it. Alright, grief resolves.
Yep.
No, nothing to target. I will go to combat and swing for 2.
I'll take 2.
I might.
No permanents.
Is it? I can hit my graveyard too.
Yeah.
3. Yeah, so I'm gonna hit my Marsh Flats to put a counter here.
Yep.
So you'll take 3.
Yep.
And then I'm going to plus Venser,
Mm-hmm.
targeting the Savannah.
Sure.
Go to Mindset.
Yep.
Alright, this will come back.
Go to my turn.
Yep.
Faithless Looting.
Okay. Do it again.
I'm technically not dead. Go ahead.
Okay, end step. I'm going to first eat the... Yeah, and then the Entomb. Alright, go to my turn.
Yep.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Alright, you were dead either way, but this way is more fun. Time warp.
I'll respond.
Okay.
I'll let you have it again.
Sure. Go to combat.
Mhm.
Swing.
Double block.
Alright, so I will kill that one. This dies. You take 3.
Mm-hmm.
You go to 2. Go to my next turn.
Mm-hmm. I'll block.
No.
Oh.
Could have done this last turn, but this is more
Okay.
exciting. I'll make my creatures unblockable.
Uh-huh.
So.
In response, I'll sacrifice Wild Cantor.
Mhm.
I'll make red mana.
Okay.
Okay. Go to
I'll eat the wildcat. I also had a questing beast, but
And I still had all these.
the questing beast was actually in my opening hand, and the only turn that it would have made sense to play it is the turn that I played the Venser, which
Yeah,
I think the questing beast would have just been a better play there, but the Venser was more fun.
Lion Sash was the one card I did not want to see,
Yeah,
and I couldn't find any removal.
I
yeah.
need to get a time warp. Still,
Why would you ever go to Time Warp?
no, I should need to get a time
It is very weird drawing up with the right. I've literally been crossing over with my left to draw my card. Which, I'm a right-handed person. I don't know why I draw on the left.
I'm
It's
right-handed.
just, yeah, it's just something that I do. I also wear my watch on my right
Which
hand.
way do you tap your lands?
This is a land. I tap him like this.
Oh, gross. Oh my gosh.
Same.
I thought
so
there was
weird.
no way you did that. I was like, what a silly question. Of course he taps him left or right.
Did you not notice that I did that?
I haven't been, no. I guess with you being like across from me, it seems like the right way to be, but
No, it's the left way.
oh my gosh. Did you tap like this correctly?
Wait, do you tap to the left?
There's no way.
If there's lands in
Yeah,
play,
so those are your
I will grab them from the top and turn them this way.
So
Yeah.
you do what Devin does.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll have some this way. Like I'll just have some lands this, and I'm like, I don't know how.
Oh,
this
well,
happened.
that's just wrong. Yeah, yeah.
That's-
As long as you admit that that shouldn't have
That's
happened,
illegal,
that's fine.
actually.
But,
Yeah, I don't know how it happens. It just kind of comes up.
do you mind handing me that island?
I'd rather have this.
I like being the controller of
Service
the,
in
of the island.
You can start with the island in play if I can start with one card of my choosing in play.
Are you playing Gem Caverns?
No. So the list originally had it. I personally don't care for the card because I have found that in most cases, I'd rather just have the quantity of cards.
Yeah. Huh.
So
Well.
I've actually considered cutting Mox Diamond.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
Because I very often find that like I have two lands in a Mox Diamond and I'm like I'd rather just play the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that kind of makes sense. 'cause
I'd
you're
rather
probably on a pretty low level.
sacrifice the potential explosiveness for more consistency.
Yeah.
What are you on, like 31?
31.
That's lower than I would have guessed.
Wait, it might be 32. I think it's 32.
I mean, I don't know what the right number is. I just was gonna, off the top of my head, say 32.
I think I'm usually on like 32 to 33 or something. You're good.
Now, if I was playing like just the Grixis version, I probably would play Mox Diamond, and I'd probably, I don't know, I would maybe play like more rituals and stuff. But
All right, so we're getting started with game 2. Nicholas has the advantage, and I'm sure Luke is hoping not to see that pesky Lion Sash
I'm
again.
hoping.
I will
I'll
have
keep-
to mulligan. What would I have? That would have been something. The hand was like right on the edge of keepable hands in this matchup. Against like anyone else, that hand is great, but it's like one of those hands that's really good, but it doesn't have any interaction, and it's not quite fast enough to beat you. I
Should have
don't
kept it.
think.
I'd really like you to make me like need these more.
Cut.
The last time Ash,
What, you don't like my strat of beating him with creatures?
no, the last time Ash played, what's that deck that I can play with the artifacts? I would say.
Eggs?
Does that hand have a Lion Sash?
Imager.
Paradox?
Yeah, the last
Not
time,
actually mulligan.
the last time Ash played
None of it
Paradox,
has Lion
he used
Sash,
these
but
more
it
than
has
you.
cards.
Yeah, that deck uses mana.
Does he have a Lion Sash in hand?
He did remulligate to the bottom.
Tuck this one.
Yeah.
This is so weird having it on the right. Alright, you want to show first? I will close my eyes?
Yep.
Alright.
Hey Nick, I think you should complain again about the deck being on the wrong side.
This is the art
I
that
really hate
like
my
for
deck being
this
on the wrong
line.
side. It's kind of the
It's a
worst.
nice one.
Are you happy,
It's
Ash?
like
I didn't hear you. I was listening to Luke.
I don't know. Like the other one, it just looks like somebody like threw paint at the wall. And...
The only thing that disappoints me about those is that they're not of the original style.
I think I'm getting so much free information.
Shut up.
I now know that someone threw paint at a wall, and now it's not the original style.
All right.
That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We're really hoping to see another one of these, but I mean, we've got a couple turns to do that. We have this as well, so yeah.
Okay. Finally get to see the turn one.
Alright, am I good?
Yep.
Alright, I have some cards.
All right.
Alright. Draw. Shock bird.
Wow. It's about to get bolted.
I'll fetch.
Okay. Bolt it, I dare you.
Honestly, even if I had it, which I might, I don't know if I would.
Bold.
Because frankly, I really wish I would have saved that push.
I heard you're supposed
What?
to
Why?
bolt the bird.
Yeah, you always bolt the bird. There's never a situation in which you don't bolt the bird. Don't you know this?
Your
No,
opponent's at
it's-
3 life.
It's not about winning
Place
the
a bird
game.
bird. Bolt the bird.
It's about sending a message.
Exactly. You let them know that that bird does not have a place on this earth.
It doesn't.
It belongs in the graveyard with all the other mana dorks.
How many of these? The entire set of friendly is in Judge promos, right? Or
Yes.
do you have them all?
Yes.
The cons or the onslaught ones?
So. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all judge promos. I need a delta.
What? That's the only one you don't have?
Well, the only one in blue way. Like you don't play What If Widows or Blessed.
All right.
Why?
For my turn,
Yep.
To be fair,
But the windswept, you have a Judge, windswept, and flooded drain.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright, so Luke should be at 19 life.
Aha.
I'm winning.
You are winning.
Oh.
Just wait. Once I play this Noble Hierarch, this bird will be attacking.
Dang. Should we let that infiltrator? Luke already doing the math.
Not so much math, just
I figure
No,
out
we
how
know.
to kill me.
We know. You might be thinking at home, it's only turn 2. He's only got 2 mana. But that can't stop
Can't
some
stop, won't
players
stop.
of this level. Defying the laws of nature is his speciality.
fascinating. Pass.
I'm done. I'll keep draw from the right. I'm just gonna keep mentioning it.
Draw from there.
Forest.
Yeah, the forest.
Your old friend. And then another one of your old friends.
Yep.
Go. Do it. You won't. You're scared. Scared of what'll happen if you try to mess with the lion. Sure.
Ooh. So Nicholas representing the very relevant threat from the previous game of Lion Slash, as well as a couple of dwarfs that'll just put him in a very nice position on his next turn. We're assuming
Before I even look, I'm gonna think about what I'm trying to look for.
Sure.
while he decides what he's trying to look for, we have to believe that Luke wants to find some answer to Nick's turn 2 board state.
Alright. Well, Luke is contemplating the millions of lines that he could take, I'm going to browse the internet.
Billions, actually.
I think what you have to start by doing,
What?
what you have to start by doing is believing that the 5 like cards that you could want most are going to be in the same group.
Yeah. Like
That's
it's gonna be like
yeah.
Bolt, Underworld Breach, Lotus, Brain Freeze, all in the same.
Exactly. Yeah. So the decision's not even that hard. You just have to
Yeah,
find
just
that.
do that. I would recommend looking through 19 piles and then deciding what you're looking for. You gotta at least take 1 damage. It's common courtesy. There you go. Now you can keep whatever piles you want.
This is one of my favorite cards because it's really good. Listen,
It sucks to resolve.
no, it's really good. It has like a lot of potential, but it's not broken. You know.
Yeah.
That's pretty broken.
I think it's pretty fair.
It's not the most
Oh.
unfair thing that can be done.
I think the best thing about it, quite frankly, is that it's an instant. If it did the same thing at sorcery speed, I don't think it would be.
I concur.
Yeah, it'd almost be as bad as.
Speaking of which, this is on my Insta, right?
Personal theater.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's not that bad. I need more ways to find it.
Did you play? Did you try playing any transmute 4 spells? There's only one, and it's black to transmute.
No, I didn't try that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to play a black effect in your deck where you're playing Sacred Foundry.
Whatever.
Are you even playing Plateau?
No.
Oh.
I literally asked if you wanted to borrow my plateau
I know.
before we started, and you're
I
like,
didn't
"No,
want to. I didn't want it to ugly.
Nah,
like,
I'm on
showing up
Teamer."
in my-
you like your collector's edition duels more than."
I do. That's why I chose them.
Interesting.
Like I said, I would rather have 4 and black borders if they were real, but you know.
Man, usually in tournaments, this is about where my brain just starts shutting off.
Oh my gosh, that would happen like game 3. I find this deck so exhausting.
It's quite exhausting.
See,
Okay.
that's like the thing about Storm. When it starts out, you're like perfectly calculating each line, and then by the end of the night, you're like, I might be able to go off. I'm just gonna start trying, and if it doesn't work, I'll just concede.
Yeah, we're just gonna find out.
It's like, all right, cast this Underworld Breach, start like, and it's like, oh man, I'm like 5 cards short. How did I? Well, I guess I concede.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like me trying to escape that arrow earlier. Like that's exactly like playing with Underworld Breach is always like, oh, dang. So Luke really is
Alright.
going
One more, and
pretty
I'm gonna
deep
cast
here.
my Rite of Flame.
Well, we're looking for a very specific thing here, and unfortunately, okay.
So
Fortunately, we have found it.
Luke, I believe, taking 7 damage.
I don't even know.
You're at 17.
So
this
amount.
turn? I believe 7 damage off the Limdell's Vault in order to look at the top 5 cards of his library, decide if he wants them, decide the order that they go in on 8 occasions now. Looks like he's finally gotten one that he's happy with. He's going to shuffle up all of his library except for those 5 cards that he's chosen, and then untap into the card of choice.
Alright, do I lose?
I did my math right.
Sure.
We're just gonna, okay. Lotus.
Alright.
Lotus.
I'm going to do some Storm.
Devin's ready. Stone has
Right
2
off.
already. Yep.
Storm's at 3. You have
I was
2
right about
red.
the Rite of Flame at the very least.
We're at 2 red.
True. Oh, that's not a 3.
2 red and a
F6.
black. For a stick tutor.
Alright, I will.
I would just play up at this point
Yeah.
because
Sure.
it's
Yeah.
either this turn or never.
Oh, you better win here. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
Because
Okay, wait. No, I'm going through. You keep going. You keep going.
Do you see where I'm like getting stuck though?
So.
So this is that. No, it would have to be reach. Okay. So if I grab reach here.
No, you got it.
So I could make. So make a red with that.
Okay. There's one red man floating.
So I'm just going through it in my head now.
Yeah.
So I would have 2 mana left. We click this.
Yeah, you just get there. Assuming you do it right.
Okay.
That you were.
Come on, Luke.
My
You got this.
team, my-
Wait, just look away for a second. Take a deep breath. All right.
All right. Okay. So
You have one red floating.
this will allow me to recast Lotus. Use the Lotus for. Okay. This is big storm brain. All right. So yeah, we'll make the triple black.
Oh, Lotus.
Sorry, this is in hand. We'll use a red and a black for reach. Oh, I did that the wrong way. That was supposed to be triple blue. Yeah, triple blue.
Triple blue.
So I'll go down to 2 blue and a red.
All right, 2 blue floating. Storm count.
Um,
Have to be 4. Did you already played Breach then? Right,
Yes.
Your storm count's 5.
Yep, recast Lotus.
Yep.
Crack Lotus for triple black.
Triple black. Goes away.
Cast Besiege.
Storm count 6.
And then get Brain Freeze.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was so hard for me.
I was like, he has 2 tutors that work off of Black Lotus. And exactly enough cards to.
Sometimes, so what often happens in Storm is that you'll get so stuck on a certain line that it's hard for you to see another line.
Sure.
Yeah, can confirm.
And that is what just happened to me. I was so... Because going into this, I had the Behold the Beyond, and I was so stuck on casting that
Yeah.
and trying to figure out how to make that work that I didn't see the obvious one in front of me. It took me a second.
You couldn't see the forest
You got
past the
there.
trees.
With
You got there.
Behold the Beyond.
He winds up as
You
you.
get. Yeah, so.
My 4 hours of sleep is starting to catch up to me.
Wait, was that game 2?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how you go off with Behold the Beyond there.
I don't.
He can't.
I'd be,
can only
I'd
make
be
enough
1
mana to
mana
cast it.
short.
Yeah.
And that's why I was going through like every possible 3-card combination in my
Yeah.
deck trying to make it work, and then I realized I couldn't. And that's
Well,
when
I
was
guess unless can you
I need
you
to
can Lotus Petal Dark Ritual. Oh no, because you
Lotus
never mind.
Petal was in hand.
Yeah,
I
Lotus Petal.
needed Lotus Petal, so I would have to get Breach, like for sure, and then my other cards would have to be basically some way to cast Breach.
Yeah.
Which
Which you had
I
right.
could get a land, but I didn't have a card to discard to Chrome Mox.
Yeah.
Or a land to discard to Mox Diamond.
I guess it
And
doesn't.
I didn't have another 0 mana rock. Which is where I kept getting stuck, and then I was like, wait, how do I do this?
Yeah.
And I didn't see the obvious.
I was thinking if there were like LED Savine's reclamation lines, but I don't think so.
When you sacked the LED the first time and were deciding between black or blue, for some reason I thought you fluffed it when you chose blue, but I guess either way you can just on the second activation.
No, I think
If you do black, you still can
'cause
go off, but it requires 3 more cards.
Yes.
If you do blue there, then
I had to do blue.
No, you could do black. Because if you do black, you cast
I wouldn't have triple black.
Yeah, he don't
well,
have
but
double
you
block
have
Beseech.
3 more cards in the bin after you cast the Beseech. So you can still do the Lotus, but then Lotus is the only card left.
Yeah.
So it's better to do blue, but you could still get there with black.
Yeah, well, let's just cut a couple minutes of that.
I might fast forward through a couple of it.
Sure.
Yeah, play that.
Remember how I said I've already done all the math because I'm hyped up on Red Bull?
The Red Bull betrayed you.
All right. Well,
30 seconds into that match, the Red Bull left my body.
the good news is you only
Red
got
Bull
one more
gives you
game.
brain
I
freeze.
lost my wings.
So you guys know you were severely over time.
Game
Sure.
3 of match 6 to decide.
I've been
it all.
disqualified.
Yeah, I like, call judge on my opponent if we're going to time.
The judge has DQ'd me for slow play.
I will say, Nick has only taken infinite turns once that I remember.
Yep.
I
That's
have
where-
taken infinite time on one turn.
as where Luke has most certainly
Right.
gone infinite every game. So
To be fair, that's the only way his deck wins.
it's a little slashed up, you know.
Yeah, but there's.
He almost kills you with the tendrils for 8, dude.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true.
You almost still do it.
Had I just taken the 8 and like done it then?
I had a Thragtusk,
Oh,
so if I wasn't dead, I could
Never
have just
mind.
cast the Thragtusk to gain 5. But it's awkward because if I do that, I don't have Lion Sash mana.
yeah. But
Wow.
I'm empty-handed at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, that was painful.
All right. Your deck is so thick.
With 2 C's.
2 seats. All right, I will take the play.
Thicker than Mr.
All right.
Beasley.
Can I get Lion Sash 3 games in a row?
Jeez Louise.
I don't know. We're gonna find out when I mulligan this 0 lander. It had an Enlightened Tutor, which would have gotten Lion Sash,
Oh.
but it was a 0
Is there a land on top of my library?
lander.
Wait, was that him? Oh, never mind. For a brief moment, I was like, you, my friend, wrote the points.
Earlier, I saw a card in your deck that I seriously thought was Winter Orb, and I was like, "What?" like,
The Storm
What was it?
transition
I-
plan.
it was-
Grid?
no, I think it was a.
Pentad Prison?
I don't think you played it yet. So I don't, do you mind if I?
Okay.
It was Enlightened Tutor, I believe. If you're playing it.
How did
I thought
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah,
was.
how did you think it might?
I just saw the very light frame. Like I have a whiteboard
Cut.
Or-
We're gonna
board
reset
that's kind of
life.
faded
No.
and it looks like that.
Bold.
Because you were expecting me to cut, so you put the
I
line
put the line
sash
sash
in the middle of your library.
All of my other hate cards are in this hand though.
Ah.
You guys are probably gonna play Firewatch. Okay.
What?
Sorry.
You guys get food after this? Oh wait, Ash is doing like chicken Alfredo or something.
I got chicken Alfredo.
I'm going to 5.
Yeah, I'm kicking you guys out.
It's fine. Doubt it.
Dang. Nicholas going to 5 for the game that decides it all.
Yeah.
$10,000 on the line.
He's mulliganing the Lion Sash. Or
Had
Green
the
Lion Sash.
I mean,
0
yeah.
lander and
Are you
then
playing Green Lion Sash?
what? You mean Scoops?
Yeah.
No.
One comment about you were saying Lion Sash is like more or less strictly better. One very relevant thing is it's easier to produce a lot of green though, like extra green.
Sure,
than
yeah.
extra
It's also a lot easier to tutor for Scoots. Like
Well,
Woodland Bellower,
yeah.
Green Sun Zenith,
Yeah.
things like that are much nicer for.
But
Doesn't
the
get it right.
advantages are
Or Colgan's commanded.
Yeah, that's true.
can Scoots hit any card?
Yeah, I can hit anything.
But it doesn't get counters unless it's creature.
Right.
But you can't
You're
hit
good.
anything.
So So Sash gets counters on more cards.
And it has reconfigured.
It has reconfigure,
It also comes in as a 1/1, which is relevant.
and it also is an artifact.
It's easier to find artifacts and creatures. Like there's more things.
That's what I was thinking when you were saying that.
I'm gonna keep.
Now, if you're playing a Stoneforge deck,
Neither of them have any evasion, right?
It does die to more removal.
No, I cannot do that.
Wait.
Things that destroy artifacts.
Okay.
yeah, I was saying he gets a braided every
Alright.
game.
So,
Cake can make it pretty well.
I'll close my hands. Close my
well,
eyes.
you're going first.
Oh, so I'll shut first. Yeah, you close your eyes.
Other way.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think I might have been doing it this way a lot. It's better than 4.
Rude.
Alright.
This is the card I'm putting back.
Oh, 2 million?
I did. So I'm putting back the Inquisition of Kozilek. I don't care if Nicholas knows that.
In the face of your.
Wow,
dominant
the
six.
face of the lion sash.
Yeah.
It's fine. You don't have it.
My turn.
But, yeah, I don't feel too bad about this hand. Yep.
I am going to play this tapped woodland cemetery and pass it off to you.
Shields are down. Luke is going to start going for it.
I'd like to start by casting Black Lotus.
That would be a good start for the turn 1.
Teleria West.
Ooh, 2 times. Alright, my turn.
Yep.
Alright,
2
so
times.
both of us with a turn 1
I'm
tap
playing that
land. I am going to shock
3
in
mana, 2
a
is
Sacred
about it.
Foundry.
Yep.
Run out a
Shauna
Shauna
is
Famen.
really hurting on ways to
A Shauna Famen?
Shauna Famen. That's what I
I
said.
love Shauna Famen.
I mean, I only saw crop location today, pretty much, in Southern London, or Southern Scranton.
You triggered for strike mine a few times.
Yo, I was looking at your hand and I thought that Sacred Foundry was a Stirring Wildwood.
Nope, sure is not.
I was like, how'd you play that Shauna Fawn on too?
I still playing Fauna Shaman, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, am I drunk?
Dude, that Heath is pretty windswept.
It's very windswept.
Quite windswept. I would say it's the most windswept heath I've ever seen.
So that is probably one of the more awkward fetch lands for me to draw here, because it
Well, it can get you a Sacred Foundry in your Team or Black deck.
severely limits the things that I can grab, but grab a value. We're playing Sultai now.
Hey. Sultai, very good mid-range deck.
Oh. Mhm.
This is definitely going to be our longest
Pentad
4
Prison.
man yet. Yep.
Yeah, it's
You're welcome. Pass.
Untap, upkeep and draw.
This
Oh,
is only,
come on!
This is the only match that has like taken a while for me, I think.
Nicholas
Yeah,
just
that's
drew
not too
the
bad.
thing that he wanted to get with Fauna Shaman.
Our
so-
first game was
I
pretty
wish.
long.
No, it's a classic case of you get what you ask for, not what you need. I'm going to play this Drowned Catacomb, which is a land that comes in tapped in this current situation. And then, with much deliberating, I'm gonna pass.
Nice slow start from both decks, except for the fact that Nicholas is representing the ability to tutor out some things,
Already misplayed.
but he sucks. So
That's what I like to hear. Teferi.
Sure.
I'll bounce Fauna Shaman. Or, my bad. Shauna Fauna.
Yep.
I'll draw a card.
Yep.
Pass.
This play is coming to bite me in the butt. Interesting. Ah! I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep complaining about all of these very inconvenient get what you ask for, not what you need scenarios. Island. We are going to run the Shaunafaman back out.
Yep. You got it.
Go.
No, Devin, it's spelled Fauna Shauna.
Kill
It's
me.
pronounced Shaunafaman.
Oh,
Yep.
gotcha.
The F and S are silent, and then the A and H have extra sounds added to them.
Oh, okay.
Kill me. Do it. Strike me down.
Three, 4, 5, 6 mana.
I don't know Nick's deck very well, but I feel like he's once again worried about the position he's sitting in.
Yeah, I misplayed very much.
Well, yeah, he's sitting on the wrong side of the table.
It's true.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's
because he's drawing
so,
from his
yeah.
deck wrong. But Luke is got access to a bunch of mana this turn. Has to ferry up for a little bit of protection against some interaction, but not everything that Nick could pull off.
Well, we don't have another option, so we're just
Sure.
plus there.
You can now combo off at instant speed as long as it doesn't involve Underworld Breach.
Or artifacts.
That's true.
Yeah, you really need to start playing Leyline of Anticipation.
Well, no, you can do Vidalcan already because it's tutorable off Fabricate.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
better.
that's great.
Ooh, is there a weird line I can take here? One sec.
I'm gonna call a judge again.
There it is. No.
How did
there's
my
not.
disqualified opponent get back in?
Trinket Mage.
Okay, I got cards.
Let's be smarter about this.
Trinket Mage, nice little card. Lets him search for an artifact, one or less.
I wonder what it could be.
Very probable target is Black Lotus. But not the only target.
Pyrite Spellbomb.
Pyrite Spell. Or Graph Digger's Cage for that matter. Honestly, why are
Wait,
you not
what?
playing Urza Saga?
Grafter's Cage.
Yeah.
That is bad for him.
But he could grab it right now.
Sure.
That's the important part. Do I need to count some things?
Yay.
Psych.
Oh, God.
You don't need to count because I'm comboing right now.
He already counted earlier. Right?
Yeah, I've already done the math. I don't know.
I'll put this into my hand. Pass the turn.
And upkeep. Draw. This is so awkward. Every single thing about this is so awkward
That's what I like to hear.
in every way. So, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do here.
You could concede.
That's true. I mean, I have to interact with you.
That is really awkward mana, isn't it?
Yeah. So, that's interesting. No, that's bad. Alright, you know what? We're just going to start out by activating this because that's going to have to happen. Discarding this somewhere else.
Yep.
And now, what are the parameters for this? Discard a card,
Get a
choose your library
creature.
for a creature card. Reveal it and put it in your hand. That seems pretty fine.
It's like, Lion Slash doesn't work because I only have one white. I can't get any green creatures, so Collector Ooh for Endurance or anything don't work. So, I
I
almost
see your problems.
certainly have to get this one. But that's just super bad and just doesn't really... Okay, that's better.
Single sources of your...
I like this.
So So Nicholas, presuming that with the setup that we know of Luke's, basically doesn't have 2 turns left, and trying to find an answer right now to not make him dead.
Alright, I'm gonna get this one. The other option was just get grief and evoke it, but this is better. Although it does replace the card, but
So I was kind of afraid here of, obviously I had to make the choice of keeping Lotus in my hand or playing it. If I play it, he could play something that destroys an artifact. So this is probably better for me than if I had just played it and he destroyed it.
yeah, I mean, like, if you play it and I draw another green mana, I can get, like, a Knight of Autumn, which I probably just get Collector Roof in that situation, with the knowledge that if you had a removal spell, it would have just been burnt on the Shauna Fauna.
Yep. Click resolves. I have a Blackleaf Cliffs, Beseech the Queen, a Lotus, just a sleight of hand.
Okay.
And a ground seat.
So we have the interesting situation in which if I take the Lotus, he doesn't have a Lotus, but he has Beseech the Queen. I think, though, I actually take the tutor here and just let you get a few redraws and hope that you just can't pull it out this turn.
Okay.
So you get a redraw.
Yep.
So pretty heads-up choice from Nicholas, taking the tutor
So I'll
over
draw.
one of the pieces.
And then you're good to go.
And at the end of your turn, I will cast Sleight of Hand.
Pretty good.
Oh, because of the
Yeah.
berry.
I think that'll do it. I'll put this in a hand. This on the bottom.
Unfortunately, the issue, or one of the consequences of that decision, is that it's theoretically easier for Luke to find another tutor than it is for him to both find a tutor and get his
Get Proview.
I have nothing.
Okay. Draw. Okay. So I'll play the Underground Sea. I'll play a Mox Diamond.
Sure.
We're gonna go and plus the Teferi, but with the Mox Diamond, we will discard Blackleaf Cliffs. Play Black Lotus. And 1, a 2, a 3. What do I want to keep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So I have 11 mana. So I think we want to keep this up. And probably these two. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Makes any color. 4, 5, 6 black. And 7. Peer into the abyss.
Sure.
Gosh.
Theoretically, you can whiff.
Theoretically, I can whiff.
Peering to the Abyss says, target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library, loses half their life, round up each time.
So rather than count
Okay, how many cards are not in your
Wait,
library?
wait. Who are you targeting?
Myself.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
what?
Yeah.
What are you counting here? Oh, okay.
There's
84, so that's
84, so I'll
42.
draw 42 cards.
Yeah,
And
so
you lose,
so Luke gets
what,
to
9?
draw
You lose half rounded up.
42
Yeah.
cards and hope that either the other 2 combo pieces that he needs are in them, or a way to get the other 2 combo pieces out of the rest of his deck with the 4 mana that he still has access to. Land
So the misplay that I made earlier is the turn that Fauna Shaman was not summoning sick and I just passed. I absolutely should have just gotten grief and pitched the Custodial Lich, and then next turn I can get some other disruptive piece. But I didn't.
Well, so I was wondering
So-
why because you said you made a mistake before he bounced it with Teferi, and you could have activated it at that point.
What is storm count?
Storm count is currently 3.
Is it 3?
You put the Mox, the
Probe.
the probe in this.
And Lotus.
And
Oh, and
so
Lotus,
it should
sorry.
be 4. Okay, so storm count.
No, I definitely
4.
should have activated it in response. I don't know why I didn't. I was just like in the mindset of, oh, I can't do anything at instant
Okay.
speed, but
Storm
obviously.
count 5.
This is
Storm
your
count
hand now.
6. Yes,
Mhm.
this
Alright.
is my hand.
Yeah, so this is pretty.
I think we're just gonna tendrils naturally.
Yeah.
Little bit of an easier line than he had to get to last game.
Notable. This is what this the peer into the base is one of the reasons you do play Chrome Mox. Even if, like he was talking about maybe not liking it because you go down cards
Cast Arena Fill, storm count 7.
And Mox
Yep.
Diamond.
Storm count 7. Now, about to get how many of those. So Luke is just with the 40-something cards in his hand, trying to
If you just push one of my things, then cast tendrils, that's dead.
cast
Oh,
enough
yep, you're
cards to get a storm.
Sacrifice this.
I think it's. Does he need
Cast Fatal Push.
Tendrils 2?
Wait, target which one?
It's 2 each.
It's very important. Alright.
So you still need one more. Sorry.
The tendrils will be the final.
Oh right.
Ransack the lab.
Oh, for
Sure.
sure.
Storm count 3.
So now you will have over the required amount.
With the very known information that your
Yeah.
opponent cannot do
Then
anything.
tendrils.
Okay.
Wow.
How many drills?
All of them.
Every
10.
single
Oh, we did make it to 10 drills.
Very nice.
Woo! 10 tendrils.
Well,
All right.
I think this episode of Paperlander just goes to show you that if you have more shiny cards than your opponents, you will in fact win. And you have to drink 2 Red Bulls.
And don't worry about power.
This is
Really
why
not
they
that
teach
good.
you math in school, kids. Because
So you
without
can-
math, you can't play this deck.
It's also why they don't teach you common sense in school, because with common sense you don't play this deck.
Facts.
Everyone, have a good day. It was good to see you. Does anyone else want to wave bye to the camera?
Bye to the camera.
Yeah, homie.
Oh my god.